so today we're going to be doing a paint enhancement on this F350, and then in another video we're going to be doing a wash and wax on the F250. That one may go on TikTok. This one obviously is going to be on YouTube. So obviously y'all see that it's raining, so what I'm trying to do is wait the rain out, because all I got to do is wash it. Once I wash it, decon it, all that good stuff, I'm going to pull it inside here, and we're going to go ahead and start doing the polishing phase of it. So like I said, just waiting on the rain to kind of calm down to where I can do a quick wash, clay bar it, do a chemical decon if it needs it, and then pull it in and dry it off. So what I'm using on the wheels is actually cherry foam by Superior Products. Is what I use to foam the cars down. And then for wheels like this, where I feel like, oh, Dark Fury may stain it or something like that, which it has never happened, I just use the cherry foam. And the wheels and tires are never bad. The fender well is never bad. This truck is actually not driven on a daily basis. Another thing I want to say is, everybody want to jump on doing the exotics and doing the supercars and all that good stuff. Don't sleep on the people that be driving trucks like this, or have like a 250, 350, or 2500 or whatever. Don't sleep on those people. Those people be willing and want to spend the money to get their stuff clean because they don't want to do it themselves. As y'all probably have noticed by now, I don't really upsell people. The most that I'll do is suggest stuff. So I will, if I see something like for this truck, the last time I washed it, I noticed it had water spots, and which was not there the time before. I noticed some weird things going on with the paint. I also noticed it had, you know, the normal swirling with a black vehicle. So the weird spot it had was on the rear fender. So what I did was, once I was finished and doing everything with the truck, bringing the truck back, I just told the owner, like, hey, I did notice this with your window, and the window was like kind of hard to clean, which is not normal, but I'm just letting you know. And I noticed this little spot on your fender. I went ahead and took care of that for you. It came out pretty easy by just doing a little small enhancement. And he was happy with that, and he had told me he kind of already knew. And he had told me that he had parked near some sprinklers that had some pretty hard water, and that's probably where the spots and stuff came from. He left from dinner or something like that, and the stuff was all over his truck. So I just suggested, like, hey, you know, I do paint enhancements, which is a light polish, and that'll probably get those defects out the paint. It was also brighten up the paint some and all that good stuff. And that was it. I wasn't pushy with it, like I said. I just told him what I offer. Didn't even say how much it was, to be honest with you. And about a month later, he hit me up and he was like, hey, let's go ahead and do the thing that you was talking about with polishing the paint and also doing the windows. And then I also took care of his F250. So at some point, it has to be more about the business than it is about the money. The money is going to come. That's just my belief. So I don't mind denying a customer, like, hey, the vehicle really doesn't need that. Now, if they really, 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 truly want something, then okay, yeah. Like the F250, it didn't need a wash and wax, but he wanted a wash and wax. But I gave him the opportunity. I said, hey, for the F250, it doesn't really need a wash and wax because the water, you know, the water is not holding on there or anything like that. And I just explained to him that the water behavior was good and hydrophobic and stuff. And I just said, you know, we'll be good with just a wash, which is less than a wash and wax, obviously. But he suggested, nah, let's go ahead and do a wash and wax. I don't mind paying for it, type of thing. So that's on the F250. That one is on TikTok. And then obviously y'all see the 350, that's on YouTube. So the pad that I use, it just all depends on what I'm trying to do. So these green ones are from Chemical Guys. These are heavy polishing pads. These are the Hill Country or something like that. I forget, Lake Country or something like that. If it's bad, then I'll use these pads. And sometimes I use the yellow Rupes pads, but I'm more than likely gonna use this green one.
Whenever I do enhancements, I use like some type of polishing pad and that. And then every now and then, if it's like something really bad with oxidation and I'm trying to remove it without doing like any correcting, I'll use a correcting pad with it all in one, and more than likely it'll remove most of it. So here's my HD speed. Let me use one of these and we're gonna go to town. So I may switch pads, I don't know, just all depends. Short to see, boom, versus this side, versus this side, same thing. Things like this look like a little scuff or something right here, y'all can see stuff like this will probably come out. This is, see how this is? Right here. Versus here. And this is just with a little polish, a little enhancement. You go from this to this, depending on the paint. That's really good results. If you go from that to just with enhancement, it makes the paint smoother. It makes it easier to work on, because when I washed this truck, like the paint was like, it's in good condition, but the paint was like really rough from the previous times I have washed it, and it was like the stuff was just sticking to it. So let me go ahead and finish up. I already got one side done. Got to finish up and do the other side, the bumper, and then do the windows. Finish polishing all the paint, the top, all that good stuff. What I'm gonna do now is polish all the windows as well. This is not something that I include on every single enhancement, but I'm including it on this one. So I have a glass polishing pad, and then I'm gonna be using Ceraglass. I guess I don't know if I said that right, by CarPro. That's what I'm gonna be using, polish all the glass. Now, one thing I noticed that with using this, to wipe it off, you kind of have to use a damp towel. So get a towel, wet it to wipe it off. But other than that, it works good. It's a glass polishing cleaner. That's what it says on there. And then afterwards, once I'm finished doing all the touch-ups, tire shine, touching up on the wheels, I'm gonna put a sealant over the windows, and then that'll pretty much be it. So I like to look at everything in the sun, even if I'm doing like a correction after coating it, whatever. I like to pull it out, put it out in the sun, and just inspect it and make sure that I hit every single spot that I was supposed to hit and all that good stuff. So I don't know if everybody does that, but that's just something I like to do, because I feel like even with I'm gonna call it artificial lighting to see good lighting, I feel like it just doesn't pick up the same stuff the sun does. I finished with both of these. I just gotta touch up on the other one, on the rims. But the reason why I'm pulling them out is because the sun is out. And I gotta touch up on the bottom. The sun's out and I can see really good. Here's the other one. Just gotta touch up on the rim, spray a little water and wipe it down. Now this one I just did a wash and wax on. But make sure y'all go watch this one on my TikTok, because there's not an issue with this one, nothing that's bad, but something a little different.